Hello folks and welcome to 4 Season Backpacking. Please subscribe for the latest outdoor adventure videos.
Morning folks. Last night it was absolutely hammering it down with rain. It's just started raining again a little bit, but I really couldn't be bothered to film. I was so tired. Yesterday and the day before over the Cheviots, I just had 1 can of all-day breakfast to go across the entire Cheviots because there was nowhere in Byroness to have food, and the Walkers Inn had just served lunch and they didn't have any food for the rest of the day because I phoned them up, so I had to go out without food unless I got a bus into the nearest town, but then there wouldn't be a bus back to Free. If I remember rightly, when I did the John O'Groats trail, I did that and I tried to hitch him back and I never got a lift back. I had to wait for the next bus back, and the weather was going to change today. As I've just said, it's been raining, so I wanted to go over the Cheviots yesterday. So I went over the Cheviots with 1 can of all-day breakfast, as I just said, and then that night I camped up on the Cheviots. I just had a sachet of tuna, which I found by someone I left in the kitchen in the campsite. By the way, the campsite I stayed at, even that the campsite in Byroness, that doesn't serve food, which is, I think, a little bit crazy considering it caters for walkers and there's no shop in the village. You know, you'd think it would sell food, but it was a nice campsite, friendly owner or worker there, and also the Walkers Inn, I don't know if that's what it's called in Byroness. That's got really good reviews, but yeah, they just served food when I rung them up. So basically, I just had the tuna that night in the Cheviots, little sachet tuna, and then it wasn't until I got down into town Yanam, which is by Kirk Yanam, those people who finished in the Pennine Way, that I actually ate. And it was a quite long walk with that big backpack of mine, you know, all my camera gear and everything I'm carrying, and I was absolutely knackered when I got here. And I'm camping near Coldstream. I found a spot near Coldstream on a right away in a wooded area. Yeah, I'm just having a homemade chilli pie from that shop, and it's very nice too.
Welcome to Lennel Old Parish Church, built in the 12th century. The church was in ruins by 1705. This is a Jubilee fountain, but just up the road from here is a 15th century church at Ladykirk, said to have been built on the orders of King James IV. Norham Castle is on the English side of the English-Scottish border. It is in Northumberland. So it's said the castle was built in 1099, and there's so much history to this castle, I'm going to put it in the description, folks. Okay, I'm walking along the Tweed now, still, from the castle, and from there the path is quite steep, goes quite high up. At the moment it's not too bad, the path, but in places are quite gravelly and high up, and a bit, gets your heart pounding with a big bag, I can tell you, because I have actually slipped up on gravel a few times with this bag. Alright, I've got to concentrate. It's quite steep here. Okay, I made a big mistake. I'm only filming the easy bits, by the way, on this river path. There's some bits. Okay, if you haven't got a big bag, it's an easy path, as long as you're not scared of heights or whatever, but it is very slippy with a big bag and big drops in parts. And I've made the mistake, I thought I was going on a path that cuts through the field in a minute, but it's slightly above me, and I should have made a turn way back. So now, rather than turning back, I'm going to carry on this way. And apparently there's a four-wheel drive track that joins this at some point soon, hopefully. I just carried that bag along that. There's like the bits I filmed weren't narrow, they weren't that bad, but there were parts that were quite narrow and slippy because it's wet, sort of gravelly mud, and very big drops. And there's not a sign the other end where I just come from, but look, if you're coming from this way, there's a warning sign. Caution, narrow footpath. Cheers for putting it the other side. So yeah, I'm on the Tweed, and I'm just preparing my drone for to do a bit of droning of the Tweed, the River Tweed, which is in this part of well, I'm actually on the English side, so this part of Britain, this is the border between England and Scotland, and I'm on, as I just said, I'm on the England side, and the other side is Scotland. I'm right by the river now, and now there's some breeze. Now I'm about to do some droning, which is not great. It's not too bad. So I put a 6 ND filter 16 on there. I think that's about right. Now I've got to prepare the control. Sometimes I'm in such a rush to do this because I don't like filming when doing droning when there are people about, because I don't want to disturb their peace in the countryside. You know, I don't want to just invade their privacy. So I always try and get it done before there are people about, if possible. It's not always possible. I never obviously fly over people or too close to people within the within the legal limit, because plus the fact it annoys people, so I try to set as a good example for droners. Because I've got a YouTube channel as well, so I've got quite a few followers now. So, and you should always follow the rules or laws or whatever of droning, because it's just for safety. You know. So this is a bit of a, sorry about the wind. It's gone windy now. I'm filming. So this is a palaver I have to go through to stop and do some droning. And sometimes I can really, you think, even though I'm carrying the drone, you see something good, you think, oh, I really can't be bothered to stop and do all this, and I just want to carry on walking. But I'm carrying the drone, so it's crazy not to. This is a famous bit of the border. Well, it's not. The Tweed is obviously a famous part of the Scottish-English border. So I'm going to film that. So I've got an ND16 on there. I've got. I'll tell you in a minute. I'll start it. Tell you the settings. So I switch the control on first, and then I'll switch the drone on. It's just the way I do it. You can do it either way, whatever. So the drone's just sort of setting up, it's checking the software's up to date. Yeah, I've got the latest version. You don't have to do that, I can switch the internet off or whatever. Okay, so yeah, it's just about good enough, I think. Probably better going that way, I think. So I'm going to place the drone that way. Hopefully this doesn't blow the camera over. So I've got the settings at ICO 100 and shutter at 1/50. Is it 1/5 or 1-50? And so yeah, let's take off. Or whether it's some kind of fishing bothy. Looks like it. Yeah, it's a private one. Still walking the Tweed. Can't remember. There's an island in the middle of the river, and I'm not sure if half of it's England and half of it is. As I was saying before the battery ran out, that's an island over there in the middle of the river. I can't remember what it's called. Maybe I'll put it up on the screen. But I'm not sure if half of it's England, half is Scotland, or Scotland owns the island, or England. So yeah, interesting. An island in the middle of a border river. They split it in half. half the island Scotland, half the island English, or does England own it or Scotland? So guys, I finally got somewhere to put my tent up by the Tweed, by the Union Bridge, and just boiling some water to make a pot noodle. These videos take me the best part of a day to edit, so I really appreciate you watching them. Please do check out the description for extra information and all the kit I used in this video. Thanks.